today, what you got there, see this lovely item here, is a pinion support from a C5 Corvette. As you can see, it's kind of, you know, it's seen some better days. And there, she's kind of broken up there. Now we've already repaired a couple here. As you can see, it's all nice and get right in there. See how that epoxy's all in there, good as new, right? We've got this crack all filled up there. See? So we're going to take and fix the rest of this up. We've got two more here, and we're either going to use this nice two-part ceramic epoxy from Manley. It's like a 3,200 pound epoxy, or maybe here we're going to use this JB Weld. And I mean, she should be good as new, right? I mean, the right thing would be to weld this, but I mean, today's epoxies, what do you need welding for, right? And you want to get in here, you can see this is, you know, it's a little bit deformed. So what you want to do, you want to take this here, and you want to go over to your grinder, and you're going to grind the back of that off on all the high spots, and then you just pound that thing in there, right? You know, just pound it in, but you don't want to pound it in too hard, because then it's going to split this back open. So you're just going to grind everything off there, and then if it's out a little bit here, you're going to take your bearing, and what you want to make sure you do before you put it back together is you want to hold that baby there, and you want to get your air compressor nozzle, yeah, right there, yeah, and you want to make sure you turn it up to about 200 psi. And you want to hold on to that bad girl, and you want to spin this sucker so it sounds like a jet engine, right? And then spray a little bit of brake clean in there. That way you know it's really good and clean, right? And then you just, it goes in there. It feels a little bit gritty, right? But you're just going to take your hammer and smash that really good, you know, 30, 40 times until it's kind of smooths out. And yeah, it'll be as good as new. You didn't think it was serious, did you? Alright guys, see this lovely big long chunk of $1,000 piece of aluminum. We're going to turn those into some C5 Corvette goodies. Okay fellas, well, this is the proper way to do it. We're going to build us some billet supports. So we've got our block in here. I do have a piece underneath so it can't go down. My other vise that actually has jaws that are V'd is busy, so this is what we're going to work with. And always remember, take your hammer and beat that sucker down like your mama used to beat you when you'd backtalk. Give it the factory reset. That way everything's tight and nothing's moving. So we've got a couple more pieces left in the saw, and our cutters are all in. So we're going to face it off with 3-incher. And where are we hiding here? Way in the back side there. Let's see if we can get you in there. Oh, there we go. It's a Viper 3/4 inch. That's what we're going to rough everything out with. And then we're going to finish it with this little sweetie. And I'm not going to divulge what end mill that is. And what else we're going to use here? Let me just get you up here, over there. Number S bit, and we've got a 3/8 form tab. They make a nicer thread than a cut tab. Alright. So everything's set up in here. The only thing we basically need to do is set our Z off of here, and we'll go check on the saw. So that's 20, and as you can see, let me get this blown off here. Still needs more. But you can see what a firestorm it is inside here with this end face mill going. There we go. Ready for the next stop.
When old James Brown rolled into town, he brought the funkiest sound and everybody got down. The Stanley Bros went nose to nose, they played 1,000,000 shows and kept them on their toes. Yeah!
Alright, fellers, so this is what we're left with. And we've got, where are we here? That will attach itself underneath in the fixture, and also for removing it from the carrier, you would take and put a couple bolts in there, thread them down, and it would pull itself out. So this is our secondary fixture, and our bolts will come up through these two holes here. Basically this part here, you would line up those holes, and bada boom, there you go. Alright, so now we need to put in this guy, 5/8 ball nose, and we've got to swap this over. This is going to finish the seat for the bearing. Alright. There you can see it's, let's see if I can zoom in here. Surface is decked off, and now we're going to rough the last of the profile. Unfortunately, this cutter makes it such a firestorm inside here. There's no way to really get any video of what's happening without getting everything blasted and coolant. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, it's a little bit beefier. Get a good look at that there. You can see I added in quite a substantial amount of material in there. Sides. Now if you're building a high power vet and you're thinking of going fast, that's what you got to look forward to and think about it, you know, for the cost of upgrading that. When this blows up, you're going to be putting in a ring gear and whatever else it takes out with it, which is going to add up to a pretty hefty little bill. If you're in Canada and you want one of these, you can drop me a line on my email there, which will be on the channel. And if you're in the States, you can get these through Billet Performance. I'll be dropping a link. Drop Jared a line. He's down in Georgetown, Kentucky. And not only that, if you want, you can take your rear end out or take the whole car to him, and he'll set you up a whole combination, install those with some aftermarket axles and whatever else you guys think you would need. All right. See you next video.